the age-old problem of the leaky rear main seal on big block Mopars. Since this Slanty shares the same main journal size as a Hemi, it's a fantastic upgrade. Follow the instructions to a T and you'll have no issues. Finally, it's time to lay the crank in. Royal Purple Max Tough Lube is put on the bearings, and 80+ pounds worth of iron is set in its place. The seal gets a dab of RTV and is rotated so the parting line is inside the block. Going from the inside out, the main bolts are torqued to 70 foot-pounds.
To finish up the crank install, we need to prep the rear main seal retainer. A little bit of Loctite on the bolt's threads and some silicone on the side seals. It's ready to go in. After easing it into place, we can lock it down by torquing it to 30 foot-pounds. Last but certainly not least is the crank's end play. Now the factory range is from 2 to 7 thousandths. This one checks in at a comfortable 5,000. Here's some quick tech. The rings rotate on the piston as the engine runs at an average rate of 6 RPM. That's caused by the crosshatch angle in the cylinder. Now a piston ring is unique in that it is a reciprocating seal, so it must move freely, independent of the piston, to operate properly. These are stock replacement cast pistons from Sealed Power that are for a 40 thousandths overbore. Now the ring pack is also from Sealed Power and is a stock configuration.
Almost all OEM pistons have a notch in the top which faces the front of the engine, the reason being the wrist pin boss is offset in the piston. Here's why they do this. Offsetting the wrist pin towards the major thrust side of the engine keeps the piston from making noise on cold startup. Factories have always done this so the consumer doesn't hear a slight clicking sound of the piston skirt in low ambient temps. The rods are riding on King non-coated bearings and will be torqued to 40 foot-pounds using extreme pressure lube. Now it's time for the solid flat tappet bump stick from Comp Cams. It's a single pattern with 220 degrees of duration at 50 thousandths lift and has 440 thousandths valve lift on the intake and exhaust. The lobe separation angle is 110 degrees.
Ordered from Summit Racing, a stock replacement timing set will make the connection between the camshaft and the crank. Now the 7/16 bolt is torqued to 35 foot-pounds. It's an easy installation. Just line up the timing marks and move on. We'll apply Loctite high-tack gasket sealant on the Felpro gasket to help prevent leaks and allow it to stick to the block and stay in place. Followed by the oil slinger, which lubricates the chain. Now the cover can go on and is secured with ARP fasteners.